Known fun fact about Dr. No, although it is the first entry in the James Bond movie series, it is not the first movie adaptation of any James Bond novel. Previously, there was a made for TV movie titled Casino Royale that was made in America, in which James Bond is an American CIA agent, I think. I haven't seen that one, I've just heard of it. Anyway, um, Dr. No is a pretty good entry into the official James Bond series. Sean Connery plays James Bond very well in his first time playing the characters. And I love how in Sean Connery's James Bond movies, he's less of a ladies' man and more of a action hero. Well, he is a ladies' man, but he's more interested in being saving the world and being a hero than romancing women. Although he's pretty good at romancing the ladies. The the first scene he's in, I love it when he's at the table gambling with this woman named Sylvia Trench, and he asked her. You don't see his face first; you just see him like dealing the cards and holding the cigarette he's holding. And Miss Trench, he says, she says, "My name is Trench, Sylvia Trench," and he goes, she says, "I admire your luck, Mister." And then you finally get a shot of Sean Connery's face, and he says, "Bond, James Bond," mimicking Miss Trench. And he does ask her out. They do go on a date later on, but although she's the first Bond girl, she's not the main love interest in the movie. The main love interest in the movie is Honey Rider, played by Ursula Andress. She does not appear until an hour and 2 minutes into the movie, where that iconic scene where Bond wakes up one morning on an island in Jamaica, and you see her get out of the water with in that white bikini that was specifically made for the movie. So sexy. It officially made Ursula Andress a sex symbol. She is very gorgeous and very talented in this role. Although what disappointed me about this is that it's whenever she talks, it's not her voice. Her voice was dubbed all throughout the movie. I don't know why. I guess they had some trouble understanding her Swiss accent. I don't know, but she does a good job playing the character very well. And I wish she could have. They could have redubbed it with her voice later on in life. But it is what it is. And it has some fun action scenes in it. Although these action scenes are nowhere near as exciting as the action scenes in all the following James Bond films, especially in the ones that came about in the 70s and 80s and 90s and the 2000s. But there's some fun action to be had: fist fights, car chases, cool spy gadgets, and Bond's wisecracking humor. And also in the first scene when he goes into the office with his boss M, he's armed with a Beretta, and he says, and the boss tells him, "You can't use that Beretta anymore because last time you did it, it was jammed, and we don't need any more dead agents. So here, you're using this standard this Walther PPK," and Bond accepts it. And it's pretty cool to see how he got the Walter PPK, and the he's a good shot with it all throughout the James Bond movies. Mm. And the the story is where anyway he goes to Jamaica to investigate the murders of this SIS spy, and along the way he finds out that there's this evil man named Doctor No, who's half Chinese, half German scientist who has these like prosthetic metal hands that he's good at fighting with, and Bond and Honey Rider, they get captured by the bad guys later on in the film. They're sent to the secret lab where Doc, Doctor Doctor No is secretly planning to hack these rockets on the space station and use them for world domination. And they tear up the lab and blow it up. Fight between Doctor No and Bond isn't as exciting as I hoped it would be, especially for this first movie in your big franchise. But it's cool to see how Bond, how he, because they're both wearing these like germ suits to be able to detect them from the chemicals in the lab. Bond does not. It's hard to tell who's who, but then Bond does kick his butt. He knocks him into this vat of hot boiling gas, and he burns to death. It's pretty neat. And of course, when they escape on the boat, Bond gets the girl and romances her, and that's the end of the first movie. This is a good entry into the series. I really liked it, and well, I've seen it a few times before, but I hadn't seen it in a while, so it's a good memory refreshment. All right, that's it for now. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.